Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters. It is the home of the Retirement Guys formula and America's Medicare Associates with Nolan Baker and Scott Kerschner. 419-794-3030 is the phone number. ARHQ.com is the website. If you missed the first half of the show or previous editions of the show and you want to catch up, all available for you to check out at your leisure, on demand, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you consume your media. It's all there for you. Just search for America's Retirement Headquarters and check it out. Now, guys, I don't know if you are aware of this fact, but this coming November, we're having an election. Americans, they're going to decide between Joe Biden and Donald Trump for president, and the two hardly agree on anything except Social Security, with the program's trust fund due to run out of money as early as 2034, triggering a possible 25% cut in benefits. Both Biden and Trump are promising to protect the program and not slash it, but neither has really offered up a detailed plan. So there you go, more uncertainty in the books there. What should people who have not claimed Social Security yet do in the next 10 years to protect themselves?
You know, I really do think we are in danger of losing some Social Security. It's a matter of figuring out how it's going to be. If you look at it, we've talked on this topic over the years. In fact, if you go over to our YouTube channel at America's Retirement Headquarters on YouTube, you'll find a lot of these topics that we talked about. We had a caller that had called the office after we discussed the risk of Social Security several months ago, and he was really upset in the fact that he said, you know, I've paid in all this money to Social Security and, you know, I deserve to get what I deserve. And look, I love this country. I believe in America. I served in the United States Marine Corps. It's the greatest country ever. But, you know, our political leaders have kind of led us astray, and they've created this problem. But you can't ignore it. You have to say, well, how does it apply to my situation? And, you know, what can I do and can, you know, make a decision that you can take control over? First, let's look at this. You know, they're talking about the fact that they can only pay 75 or 80% of benefits in 10 years, right? Now, think of how fast this year has already gone.
Sure.
10 years is not that far. And every time they come out and report these numbers, it seems to be a little quicker in the past. So let's use the past to figure out what could be potentially the future. So the question is has benefit cuts been done so far in the past? Maybe not physically coming in and saying, if you're getting $2,500, we're going to reduce it and pay you $2,300. But here's the way that benefits have been cut so far in the past. First of all, what they did is they have made changes to the full retirement age. You know, the full retirement age used to be at 65 for some people, but it gradually increased to 66 or 67 and potentially higher depending upon your year of birth. Next, what they did is they monkey around with the adjustments of what's called the cost of living. So within the cost of living, there's two items that they remove in determining what the Social Security cost of living index will be. And I don't know if you as a listener know what they are, but it's food and energy. And if I think about a senior or retiree, food and energy have been a major inflation factor.
Yes.
And probably hit that age group if you add healthcare onto it as well. Those are probably the three biggest things. You know, so the cost of living doesn't necessarily keep up with what true inflation is on Social Security benefits. Next, if you go back to 1984, a portion of your Social Security benefits became taxable under the federal income for those that they consider to be too high of income. And that number is not very high. So a lot of people, you know, get even more double whammy when they move into retirement and didn't realize that up to 85% of their Social Security benefits can be a taxable income. That's not an 85% tax. That means 85% of it can show up on your tax return. They've made changes to the calculation in the formula. You know, the way the formula is calculated today based upon your average index monthly earnings has also changed over time. Increase in Medicare premiums. I mean, you talk about this on a year-by-year basis, but again, Social Security benefits enrolled in Medicare Part B have their premiums deducted from their Social Security. And number 6, we've talked on Social Security claiming strategies a lot. And one of the things that I have personally seen in the last 10 years is an elimination of a lot of the Social Security claiming strategies. The ways to maximize benefits for your loved one has changed quite a bit. What are your thoughts? As you're talking with different people and you're looking at, Social Security, and I think your goal is 10 years out for for retirement. So,
well, yeah, it is actually. I'm actually 62, so I'm at the age where I could technically take Social Security if I wanted. And we've talked ad nauseum about why you shouldn't necessarily consider taking Social Security at 62. I don't want to penalize myself and sign up for something. Nolan, I have my perception's a little different, and it doesn't mean there's right or wrong. It's just the way I look at it's a little different than a lot of people in some situations. You've got these people that turn 62 and they say, "By gosh, I'm taking it. I paid into it. I don't know if it's going to be there. I want my money right now." Right? So they sign up at 62 years old. And then you got the people that say, well, I'm going to wait until my full retirement age because I'm going to work and I don't want to be penalized a dollar for every two that I make, so they put it off. The way I look at it is this. I love my job. I love what I do, unless for some reason I am forced into retirement. I love what I do. I love helping people. My plan is probably look at taking my Social Security at 70, right? And a lot of people look at me and they say, well, why would you think that? Because what happens if you die and you don't take it? Well, my philosophy is I didn't need it. I mean, if it's something that I needed prior to 70 years old, I'm planning on working. I'm still going to, hopefully make money. And I didn't need to take it. So for me, hey, it's okay for me to wait. I don't care if I retire today, die tomorrow, and never collect that first check. It's okay with me. That's my philosophy. But a lot of people don't have that philosophy. So right now, for me, my full retirement age is 67. That's kind of what I would see happening first, would be probably bumping that back. And I've heard rumors of 70 years old, they're going to bump it back to the full retirement age at 70 years old. Some people I meet with that are signing up for Medicare and ask questions about this, they're perfectly healthy and capable and are 68, 69, 70 years old working today. So I don't see a problem with that. But I do definitely, like you mentioned, increase Medicare premiums. Here's the thing. If you're looking at getting additional benefits, because they're talking about adding dental, vision, and hearing into the original Medicare. Well, if they're going to do that, they're not going to do that for free. The government doesn't do things like that. Right now, the Medicare premiums are $170, $470 for the basic income earners. You add additional benefits in there, you may be looking at $225 coming out of your Social Security right there. So these are all things that are going to happen. That's kind of my take on it. I don't see how they can't do something and make some adjustments because it's the government and that's what they do.
Yeah, there's going to be some adjustments that come along the way. It's just a matter of them figuring out what that is. And so what you want to do is, number one, have a backup plan and an account that would offer you a future pay raise. And number two is, don't take benefits early and get a lifetime penalty because you feel you better get what you can before it runs out. So Social Security optimization is another area that we really focus on. Mm-hmm. And, we can help take and show you what the numbers are and even show you what an impact would look like with a reduction, so you can make the best educated decision about what's right for you versus making an emotional gut decision. So you got to get it right, and a Social Security optimization report is the way to do that.
And it's easy to get. All you have to do is reach out, 419-794-3030. Will there be some sort of resolution to this Social Security looming problem prior to 2034? I could say with fairly amount of certainty, I think, yes, they will find a way to resolve it. What that's going to look like, I don't know. Will it be prior to 2033, 2034? Again, I could say with some certainty, probably not so much. But control what you can control. Have a plan in place for now, and also the future. The team at America's Retirement Headquarters can help with that when it comes to Social Security and many aspects of your retirement. All you have to do to get started, go to the website arhq.com or give a call, 419-794-3030.